right, so, man, it's been a great spring so far. Been very pleased with my guys in terms of what we're trying to accomplish this spring. The goal was coming in was we got to get more physical, right? We got to get more detailed in what we're doing from a fundamental technique standpoint. And then we got to get these guys playing at a high level. And so that was my goal. I just wanted my guys to know what to do. It's always alignment, assignment, and key. If you know how to line up, you know your assignment, then you have a better chance of executing the play. And so I've been very pleased with where we are right now. You know, with XT and Maskell being out, you know, I've had a chance to play a lot of guys. Get a chance to see K. Denhoff. You get a chance to see T.J. Parker, who I'm really excited about. You know, he's everything that I thought he would be, recruiting him. And, man, he's going to help us tremendously. And then you get an opportunity to see Zaire Patterson, who's a kid that's you know, growing. He's still developing, but so far he's done a great job. And Jaheim and Armand Mason has been the surprises so far in camp. So it's been fun. It's been fun coaching these guys. And I'm excited just to see the development moving forward.
I understand Armand and Kate had pretty good scrimmages Saturday?
Yes, they did. I was pleased with what they were doing. Now, I think Kate had a better scrimmage. Armand had a few mental errors, but he's shown flashes, man, from a pass rush standpoint, just from a knowledge. That I've been pleased with him. He's still a young man that has not played a lot of football, and he's still learning. So the mistakes that he's making or the other guys are making, those are guys are making mistakes because they've never played a lot of football. And so from my standpoint, you know, I have to be patient. And, you know, I'm a competitor. I want to win. I want to be perfect, but not every rep is perfect. And but so all I can do is just keep coaching them hard. You know, just coach them hard, coach them on the details of what we're trying to do and get them to execute at a high level.
How much of an opportunity do you feel like there is for Cade to get more consistent snaps this coming season?
Yeah, well, I think if he continued to do what he's been doing in terms of understanding the defense, playing physical, taking advantage of the opportunity. We've had two guys, you know, Maskell and XT, so he's been getting a lot of reps. And I think getting reps is going to help him, and he's done a great job. You know, every year I talk about having 5 to 6 guys ready to play, and that's still my plan. That's the goal, and hopefully, you know, K to be one of those guys in the rotation.
You talk about T.J. Parker and everything you thought he would be.
Yeah.
What is that, and how do you describe it?
Well, he's physical. He's a big kid. He has a great foundation. His D-line coach has done a great job in preparing him for college football. For a young man who should be in high school to come in, man, and play and execute and do the things that he's doing on the field as a high schooler, you know, I've been very pleased. And I saw that, you know, when I would go watch him practice. I saw that when I watched him play. He's doing a great job. He's physical at point of attack. He can rush the quarterback. You know, he's what we call a plug-and-play guy. That means he can come in day one, and you can put him in, he can play, and he can execute. And that's what I wanted when I recruited him, and that's what we got.
For Peter Woods, is he playing DN right now, and if so, how much is he playing at that spot?
Peter Woods can play anywhere he wants to on the D-line. He's just that good. And right now, he's been playing mostly inside, but man, he's going to play wherever we need him to play, and he can do it. He can play that position at a high level as well. So if we need him to play at an end position, that's where he'll play. Yep.
What is it about him that has kind of allowed him to come in and put everybody on notice, I guess, or let everybody see what?
Right. Well, he's a physical kid. He's twitched up. You know, he plays with a tremendous effort. He had a great D-line coach coming out of high school, and so the foundation for him is already there. He's a competitor. He's hungry. He's all those things. And you can, Coach Sweeney talks about you know it when you see it. I saw Peter Woods as a freshman, and I was like, wow, you don't get to see many guys like that. And, man, he's all of that. And I'm happy he's on our team.
I guess XT's not able to practice, but we're just going back to him coming back this season. I mean, were you surprised at all when he came back for a sixth year, or what do you think?
No, I wasn't surprised. I was not surprised. XT needed to come back. If you've been injured and you haven't done the things that he wanted to do from a football standpoint, and we talk about his draft stock wasn't where it needed to be, and so now he gets a chance to come back and hopefully stay healthy and prove that he deserves to be one of those top guys. And so just having him, it's been good to see the other guys play, but knowing that I'm gonna have an opportunity to get X back, and then Maskell, that's good. And I get I got a chance to truly evaluate the young players, and so it's been a blessing to be able to do that.
What do you think XT needs to do to kind of take that next step forward once he's healthy?
That's a good question. I think XT, man, he's always been an explosive guy, right? I think for him it's just been detailed in his things that we ask him to do. From a run game standpoint, understanding block rec, understanding being physical at point of attack, just complete his pass rush, just get some tools in his pass rush game. And if he's able to do that, and we saw the 2 games where he played last year and he was lights out, and he's dialed in on what it's going to take. His he looks amazing, and so we just got to keep him healthy. And if that happens, I mean, he could tear this place up and really be really, really good, and that's what we're looking for.
How has he kind of handled this recovery process, like you said, after those first couple games?
Yeah.
He came on really strong, and then disappointed.
Well, I think initially you gotta. I think he had a hard time initially because he was disappointed, but he's in a good headspace right now, and that's what we want. If we can keep him locked in and good in his headspace and he's focused, dialed in, that's the best version of XT, and that's what I see right now. And I saw that he stepped up the other day, just been a vocal guy in my meeting on the field. I'm asking him questions, man. What did you see? How can you encourage these guys? That's a different XT. He's never been that guy before, and so that's encouraging for me as a position coach, knowing that, I'm preaching that message, but I got one of my guys just right there, he and Maskell both, encouraging the players, and that's what we got to have.
How is Maskell? Obviously it doesn't look too bad from what I saw the other day, but where's his status as far as the rest of spring goes on?
Oh, he's good, man. He hurt his ankle, but he was in full practice today, and I'm excited about that. I got a chance to get him a lot of reps. He's been good in my meetings. He's locked in. He's been encouraging. He's been coaching those guys, and that's what I need for those 2 players to help me out, to be a leader. And you can't leave if you're not here. And so I'm always reminding those guys that, look, man, I need for you to be locked in my meetings, and bring these young guys on and be the leader that we're looking for. So I've been really pleased with Maskell.
What was the sales pitch for Maskell to come back?
It wasn't a sales pitch. He let me know and told Coach Sweeney, Coach, I'm coming back. I said, hey, let's go. You don't have to sell Clemson. You don't have to sell our program. These guys understand what we have and what they want to accomplish. And it's our goal. It's my goal. It's our job is to help them get to that point. I played in the NFL, and I know guys want to get there. I played 9 years. It was a hard 9 years. And so, if I can do anything to help them, I've lived that dream. And so I want to help them reach that goal and have an opportunity to play there.
I guess what do you think Justin has to do to reach that dream? What does he have to improve on?
Well, he got to continue to perform on the field, right? You got to make plays that you're supposed to make. You got to be available. You got to do the little things, and And if he can continue to do that and stay on the right track, and Maskell is gaining weight. He's doing the things that he needs to do in the castle, taking care of his body. He's eating well. He's getting rest. He's doing all those things. And this is not I've never seen this Maskell before. So I'm excited to see his progression moving forward.
Do you think that's just because he knows it's his opportunity?
Yeah. Hey, man. I think so. You know, a lot of guys are waiting on, like, man, when I'm going to get my time. I was that way. But I think he feels that. Like, now I got an opportunity to really be the guy. And he does. And so, but he hadn't, you know, we don't have any starters. You know, if T.J. Parker wants to play, Kate Denhoff wants to play, Zaire, those guys want to play. And so, got to have competition in my room. And we haven't even talked about David Ojebwe and A.J. Hoffler there yet, right? And so, I got a deep room, and I got guys that are coming in that wants to play football right away. And so, I'm telling those guys, man, just push the starters. And starters, you gotta continue to work hard each and every day, because we grade everything. Individual, team, pass rush, we grade everything, and everything counts.
Do you have a pecking order?
Nope, I do not. That's why I'm you know, I've graded every scrimmage, every practice reps, and I'm still sitting down. I'm evaluating everything, and so hopefully coming out of spring, I can have somewhat of a pecking order and how I want it to look, but I really don't right now.
Is there any one or two guys that have graded out the highest consistently when you grade them?
Sure, yeah, we got one or two guys. I don't want to say yet, but I do have guys that are doing a really good job, but you know, it's ebbs and flows. It's not consistent. You know, guys are still making mental errors. Right, guys are still misaligned, right? So you know, you get at one moment you look around, you're like, oh man, he's making some strides, and then you like the next day, like, oh my goodness. So they're young guys, right? They're gonna make mistakes. So I don't want to say who in my second or third or whatever, you know, third or fourth. I just think all the guys are working hard, and they got to continue to do that, and I'm gonna continue to evaluate until we get to fall camp. Yeah, I think so. You know, I think, like I said earlier, the guys are working hard, and I'm pleased so far with what I've seen out of the young guys. We're not quite there yet, but they are definitely making strides. Yep. Well, surprise in terms of just his fundamentals and technique. Jaheim can rush the quarterback. There's no doubt, man. That's one of his skill set. And so for us as a defense, we gotta put him in the right situation so he can do what he's good at. I don't expect to see Jaheim in a 4-eye or a 3 technique trying to take on guards and tackles. All right, I like to see him on the edge and rush the quarterback. And so that's the skill set that he brings to the table. And as a position coach, it's my job to make sure that I help those guys identify what they're good at. And that's one of the things that Jaheim is good at. So we're going to get him on the field in some passing situations. Yes, sir. I think that, yes. He can definitely rush the quarterback. Yep. So he's eating well. He's eating better, okay? He's doing the things that we're asking him to do. He's working with D-Love in the weight room. D-Love has done a great job of just putting mass on our guys and working them hard, and that's the buy-in, right? You got to get stronger, bigger, stronger, faster, and our guys are doing that. No question, man. You look at that dude. He walks in a room. You're like, wow. You know, he has the height, the weight, all the measurables, but he needs to decide if this is what he wants to do. And if he ever decides that and that light goes off, he can be a great player. But I can't want it more than him. Coach Sweeney can't want it more than him. He has to make a decision that he wants to do it.
What are your expectations in year 3 for him?
Just to be consistent, just to be able to get on the field and I can trust those guys. I want to be able to, when I put them on the field, not have to worry, are they going to execute the play? I want to know for sure that I can count on them in any situation, any position on the field, whether it's near the goal line or whether they got to go 100 yards or 90 yards, whatever the situation is. I want to know that they can execute. And so I think that's the big deal. All right, I can't have mental errors in the practice field, and then for these guys to expect on game day that you're going to play. It's not going to happen. If you're not going to get the job done on the practice field, then you're not going to play. I've gone in a couple of years ago just playing 3 guys because of the inconsistency of the backups. So I just need those guys. I need Zaire to understand if you're going to play for us, you got to do things the right way. You got to know what to do, right? And that's what I was talking about early. Assignments, alignments, assignments, right? You know how to line up. Okay, you got a chance. You know what your assignment is. You got a chance, and that's the buy-in. Yes. That's why we're in spring ball, right? He's doing a good job. He's learning. He's never played a whole lot of football. He's come from a small high school, and so he's still developing. But so far I've been pleased with his progress. He's not where I need him to be, but he's moving forward, and that's my job as his coach, to find ways to help him to execute what we need. And so we've been doing a lot of walkthroughs. We've been doing a lot of meetings in the room, and just trying to find ways, how do my guys learn, and to spend a lot of time walking through things and talking through things and putting them on the board, right, so they can truly understand what they need to do. And the other part is understand the why. Why are you doing what you're doing? I don't know. That's it's a good question, man. I think I've seen a lot of 12 personnel, and so our guys been able to play over the tight ends a lot. The guys are, I think they look like they're, from my perspective, they look excited about playing in that offense. But I don't know, man. I've been so locked in on my dudes, trying to make sure they know what to do. What I've seen so far is my guys been able to play over the tight end and attach tight end situations, and like I said, the 12 personnel. But I just been really focusing on my position, to be honest with you.
What's it like as a coach just when you lose Miles, lose KJ, lost all this experience?
Right.
Do you feel like you have a lot of work to do still before you get this ball, or what is that?
I think you always feel like you got a lot of work. I mean, you think about Miles and KJ, they played a lot of snaps, and guys that you could trust to go out and play and execute at a high level. And then you come in the spring, and that's what spring is for, is to get the young guys ready. But you come in, you don't have XT, you don't have Maskell. Now you got Cade. But I came in the spring excited, man, really to have an opportunity to get these guys some reps and just to see what they could do. Every guy on that, and from my position, have gone against the first team, all right, because I rotate them all. And so I did that so I can really get a true evaluation of who can play on Saturdays. And, they've shown me, a few of them, that they could do it. They can play on Saturdays. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he can play. He can play day one. All right, so, you got to earn the right to play, right? And if you're a starter, you got to continue to do the things so you can remain a starter. But if you're a young guy, man, you got to be pushing. You should be pushing every day to get in that starter role, and you do that by making plays. You got to be productive. I don't want a guy out there that's, grading out 90%, but it's not productive. I'll take a guy that's 68%, but man, he's productive, and that's what football is about. I want the sacks, I want the turnovers, I want all that, right? I don't want a guy just, hey, coach, I'm just doing my job. Yeah, that's fine, but be productive doing your job as well. Does that make sense? Well, I mean, we got high expectations. We got goals, man, and we didn't reach them all. There were some sacks that we didn't get, some turnovers we didn't get, and there was misalignments, misassignments, things like that. And so, it's my job is to make sure my guys are detailed, right? I want to make sure I do my part, and that we're not the problem from a defensive standpoint. We're going to hold our end of this job. We're going to do our job. We're going to do it consistently. I owe that to my head coach. I owe that to the rest of my defensive staff. And so my job coming in is to be focused, dialed in, demanding, get my guys to play at a high level. If they're not playing at a high level, then I need to find some other guys that want to play at a high level. But we're going to be consistent. We're going to be physical, and we're going to do our job. And we're going to do it at a high level.
Wes says you're emphasizing turnovers this spring.
Yep.
How do you practice emphasizing turnovers?
Well, you just got to do it, man. We got different drills that we do pre-practice. If the running back is running, you got to come behind and try to punch the ball out. You got to do the things that we've been working on. But that's been the goal, is to get more turnovers, and it's been good, man. It's been really good how we changed this off season, how we're doing things in practice, and turnovers is a focus. Pass rush is a focus. Being strong at point of attack, being physical, those are the focus. And if we just got to continue to do it, and it's like muscle memory. You do it in practice, man, you're going to do it in the game, and that's what we got to get out of our guys. I don't know if he's different. I just think he is holding people accountable, and that's coming from the head man. We all got to be held accountable. There are things that we got to do from a staff standpoint. Coach Sweeney, he called me and told me what I needed to do. We all went through it, and I heard him loud and clear. And I'm a competitor. I want what's best for my guys, and I love my job, right? And I love football, and so I'm gonna get the guys that want to play and play hard, and I'm gonna demand it. And if you don't do those things, then you're not gonna play for me. I'm gonna go get somebody else, and that's how you do it. It's always been that way, right? You got to get guys to play and play fast, play physical. Get on and off the field, do the little things, and that's what we got to do. Yeah. Keep watering the bamboo. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. From a defensive standpoint, when I played football, college football, the way I got on the field was from special teams. Too many times these kids are thinking they can come right out of high school and get started in college football. It does not work that way, right? And so the role of a coach is to help identify what they can do, right? You got to learn how to play special teams. That's what we need you. I need him to learn how to play punt return, all the things on special teams. And if you start having flashes and you start doing things on special teams, you get noticed. Now it's like, okay, now I can try maybe put him on some defense. But these guys come in, man, they want to play defense right away. Learn to play special teams. I got my start playing special teams. I got to the NFL playing special teams. I didn't start starting in my career until like year 7, right? That's when I started. But I got on an NFL team by playing special teams, right? I played at Alabama by playing special teams. And that's what I'm going to help my guys with. And that's what I've been doing. Like, look, man, you got to help us on special teams. A lot of you guys aren't going to play defense.